Alright, let's cut straight to it. Rabies is one of the scariest diseases out there. I know there are a lot of myths floating around about natural remedies, herbal cures, DIY treatments for rabies. But here's the truth. There's no natural way to cure rabies once symptoms appear. Let me break it down for you. Rabies is a virus, and it's almost always fatal once you start showing symptoms. That's not just me being dramatic, that's a scientific fact. The only way to survive rabies is to get medical help immediately after you've been bitten or scratched by an animal that might have rabies. That means you need to get the rabies vaccine. And, in some cases, a shot called rabies immunoglobulin. Now, I've seen a ton of online articles and videos claiming that you can use garlic, onions, certain herbs, coconut oil. But here's the thing, none of these so-called remedies have ever worked in a real medical case. There's no scientific proof, no miracle plant, and definitely no home recipe that can stop the rabies virus once it's in your system. So why do these myths keep popping up? Well, rabies has been around for thousands of years, and before modern medicine, people tried anything they could to survive. Some of those old ideas have stuck around, even though we now know better. It's kind of like those old myths about curing snake bites by sucking out the venom. It sounds dramatic, but it just doesn't work. If you're ever bitten or scratched by an animal, especially a wild one or a pet whose vaccine status you don't know, don't waste time with home remedies. Wash the wound with soap and water for at least 15 minutes. That's actually helpful, because it can reduce the amount of virus at the wound site. But after that, you need to get to a doctor or hospital right away. Only a medical professional can give you the shots you need to stop the virus before it reaches your brain. Let's be clear. If you wait for symptoms to show up, it's almost always too late. Rabies is one of the few diseases that's nearly 100% fatal after symptoms start. That's why prevention and quick action are so important. So to bust this myth once and for all, there is no natural cure for rabies. Don't gamble with your life or someone else's. If you think you've been exposed, get medical help immediately. And hey, if you want to protect yourself and your pets, make sure everyone's up to date on their rabies vaccines. That's the real way to stay safe. Thanks for watching, and remember, when it comes to rabies, science beats superstition every single time.